let's practice some of the question to solve the circumcenter of the triangle. So what is the first step? The first step is to find out the midpoint of the two segments. Okay, so the point of AC. So let's try to find out the midpoint of AC. So first of all, we will study or we will determine the AC midpoint and also the slope of the AC. So what is the formula? The formula of the midpoint is x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. What are the points of A? The coordinates of the A, first we write the x, that is -1, and then we write the y, that is -2. And what are the coordinates of C? C is here the x value is 1, 2 and 3 and the y value is 0. So consider it as x1 and y1 the A coordinates, and the B coordinates will be your x2 and y2. Put them in the formula. So the formula is x1, that is -1, plus x2 is 3 divided by 2. y1 is -2 and y2 is 0 divided by 2. So what is x1? That is 2 over 2, it's 1. Write -2 divided by 2, it gives us -1. So the midpoint is 1 and -1. So it is 1 and -1 over here. So this is the midpoint. Now we will find out the slope of AC. So what is the formula of slope of AC? It is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So we already know what is our y2. Our y2 is 0 from here. These are the coordinates of y2 and what is our y1? Our y1 is -2. So negative, -2. And we know that negative and negative gives us positive. Then x2 is 3 minus x1 is -1. So -1. And we know that negative gives us positive. So it's 2 over 4. 2 over 4 gives us 1 over 2. Now in order to find the slope of the perpendicular bisector, we will flip it, means take the reciprocal of the actual slope. So 1 over 2 becomes 2 over 1. 2 over 1 means 2. And change the sign, so the sign will be negative. Now we will find the second points. Okay, now we will solve. We have the slope that is -2 and our midpoint is 1 and -1. But first of all, we will write the equation of the perpendicular bisector, that is y minus y1 equals to m x minus x1. So y minus y1 and x1 we will consider as the points of or the coordinates of our midpoint. That means x1 is here and y1 is here. Okay, so y1 is -1, right? And negative gives us positive equals to m. M is -2. X stay as it is minus x1 is 1. Open the bracket over here. We know -2 times x gives us -2x. -2 times -1 gives us positive 2. And plus 1 goes on the other side. It will give us -1. So positive 2 minus 1 gives us plus 1. So the equation is y equals to -2x plus 1. So this is the first equation of the perpendicular bisector of AC. Now we have to find out the another equations perpendicular bisector in order to find the point of intersection. So I choose the point AB. The reason is that it's a horizontal line and I know that the horizontal slope, let's try A and B. So A is the coordinates of A are -1 and -2 and the coordinates of the B are B is -5 and the y value is -2, -5 and -2. So here I am writing, sorry, 5 and -2, because this b coordinates, it's 5 and the y value is -1, -2, yes, and a is our -1 and -2. Okay, so what is the midpoint? Okay, so we will find out the midpoint first. We know the formula x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So x1 is -1, x2 is 5 divided by 2, y1 is -2 and y2 is -2 divided by 2. So 4 over 2, 4 over 2 gives me 2 and -4 over 2 gives me -2. So 2 and -2 are the midpoints. Now I will find out the slope. So I know the finding the slope of AB. So what is the formula? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So what is y2? So my y2 is, so this is x1 and this is x2 and this is y2, and these are the coordinates are x1 and y1. So y2 is -2 minus y1 is -2. So minus minus gives me positive. X2 is 5 minus x1 is -1. Negative negative gives me positive. So 0 over 6 gives me 0. Okay, so so this is my x midpoints. Midpoint is y2 minus y1. Okay, so y2 minus minus 2. Okay, so my slope is this 2. Okay, so my slope is this 2. So this is my line. So x equals to 2 is the equation of the slope of tangent perpendicular bisector. Why? Because the slope of the perpendicular bisector of the AB will be undefined. That's why the equation of the bisector will be x equal to 2. Now I need to find out the point of intersection. So the first equation, it was equals to the second equation. So the equation of the bisector, perpendicular bisector was of AC was y equals to -2x plus 1. We just find it out. And the equation of the perpendicular bisector of AB was 2. X equals to 2, sorry. Okay, so we'll put this value of 2 in the first equation to find the value of the y. So -2 times 2 plus 1 gives us -3. So the x values, circumcenter x, and then we write the y. So x is 2 and y is -3. So this is the circumcenter of the given triangle in the coordinate plane. Let's quickly practice one more question. Okay, so let's try to find out the midpoint of AB. Okay, in order to find the midpoint of AB, we take the coordinates of A and we take the coordinates of B. Okay, so first we write the x value, so go down. So x value is -1 and the y value is 3. -1 and 3. And what are the b coordinates of the b? So b, if you go down, the x value is -5. And what are the y values? Y value is 1. So the midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So x1 is -1, x2 is -5, right? Over 2. Y1 is 3 and Y2 is 1 divided by 2. So -6 over 2 is -3 and 2. We can use the calculator to find out to solve these questions. Now we have to find out the slope of AB. So the formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So what is y2? So our y2 is, this is x2 and y2, and this is x1 and y1. So our y2 is 1 minus y1 is 3. Our x2 is negative 5 and x1 is negative 1, and negative negative gives us positive 1. So we will get negative 2 over negative 4. It means 1 over 2. So this is the slope of AB. Now what is the slope of the perpendicular line? It will be the reciprocal of 1 over 2. It's 2 over 1, that is 2, and opposite sign, it's negative 2. After that, what do? We write the equation of the perpendicular bisector. Y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. But this time y1 and x1 will be your midpoints. So this is negative 3 is x1 and 2 is y1. So we are going to write it here. Y minus y1 is 2. M is the slope of the perpendicular bisector. It's negative 2. Keep the x as it is, and x1 is negative 3. So negative negative gives us positive. Open the bracket. So negative 2 times x, negative 2x. Negative 2 times 3, it gives us negative 6. Bring the negative 2 on the other side, it gives us positive 2. So what is the equation of the line? Y equals to negative 2x, negative 4. So keep this in the mind. Okay, negative 2x minus 4. Now we have to find out the midpoint of the AC or the BC, or similarly the slope of AC or BC. It means the angle of the bisector of AC or BC. Okay, so let's choose any one of the lines. So I think A or C is okay. So you can choose anything but A or C. So write the coordinates of A and C. A is negative 1 and 3. And what are the coordinates of C? First we write the x value, that is 4, and then the y value, that is negative 2. Now find the midpoint of AC. So what is the formula? X1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So here it is our x1, this one is y1, and 4 and negative 2 are y2 and x2 and y2 respectively. So our x1 is negative 1 and x2 is 4, and divided by 2. Y1 is 3, y2 is negative 2 divided by 2. So the midpoints are 3 by 2 and 1 over 2. Now we have to find out the slope. Okay, so slope of AC. So the formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So what is our y2? Our y2 is negative 2, y1 is negative 3, our x2 is 4 minus x1 is negative 1, and negative negative gives you positive. So negative 2, negative 3, it gives us negative 5, 4 plus 1 is 5, so answer is negative 1. So negative 1 under the negative 1, it's 1, right? So how to find out the slope of the perpendicular bisector? We will flip it. It means take the reciprocal. So it will be 1 over negative 1. 1 over 1 again. And negative changes into positive because you have to take the opposite sign. So 1 over 1 is 1. So this is our slope. Now we will write the equation of the perpendicular line, that is y minus y1 mx minus x1. So y minus, for x1 and y1 we will consider the points of midpoint. Y1 is half, m is 1, x as it is, and x1 is 3 by 2. Open the brackets. 1 times x is x minus 1 times 3 by 2 is 3 over 2. Bring the negative half on other side, it gives you positive half. So y equals to x minus 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2. If you write in the calculator, you will get negative 1. So we have the two equations. x minus 1 and one equation before minus 2x minus 4. So carry on and find the equations of perpendicular, find the circumcenter. Okay, so it is negative 2x minus 4. Now since both the equations are equal to each other, in order to find the point of intersection, we keep the equation equal to each other. So we will write negative 2x minus 4 equals to x minus 1. You can also write x minus 1 equal to negative 2x minus 4. Both are same. Bring the x here. So plus x goes on the other side. We will get the negative x. Bring the negative 4 on the other side. It gives us positive 4. So minus 2x minus x gives us minus 3x equals to minus 1 plus 4 gives us plus 3. Divide both sides by negative 3. We will get x equals to negative 1. Now put this value of x in any of the equation. So take the easy one, that is the first equation, y equals to x minus 1. Replace x by this value, that is negative 1, and we will get y equals to negative 2. So the points of circumcenter are negative 1 and negative 2. This is our final answer. Look, in order to solve these kind of the question, you need a lot of practice. So remember that whenever you can't solve only one question and think that I am the master of that idea. So better to practice more and more questions from the textbook, from the practice book, from the outside resources, and after that check that how many mistakes you are doing. If you do not understand the concept, please rewind the video and see it again. And don't forget to follow me. See you in another video.